Somebody over here. Thank you all for coming out and supporting Wendy and Tom. If there's anybody who came to see me, I also appreciate that. Wendy gave all the congratulations and thank yous, I think, except for herself. She came to read for me at the Woman Birthplace last year or 2 years ago, just did a fabulous job with that. And the idea of coming here to San Antonio, it's a very quick trip for me. I was in Dallas yesterday, and I'll be back in New York tomorrow. San Antonio, place I've always wanted to come to, not just because USAA insures me, but I have 7 or 8 poems I'd like to read to you. And I will say about Gemini, we did a great workshop today, 14, 15. Who's here for the workshop?
Yeah.
Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah, these people were fantastic. If you get a chance to do a workshop at Gemini, you'll be well pleased with the results, I know. So, all right, 8 of my poems. 100 years along the days. I'm a simple man, an alley cat. I do not travel far well. I do not believe in miracles. I was born in this place, that's New York. I do not test well for generosity or your ordinary measures of success. Push me and I'll push back. Leave me to my jukebox and my beer and we'll get along just fine. Yeah, I was born here. It's a harbor town. We call it fish heads and Valentine. I call it simple as rope, a bait and tackle kind of guy. My hull chafes the dock at dawn. My engine churns oily waters. At night when I dream, a gull flies among eagles. And if it rains, so what? So what? Do wharf rats run with their own? Well, so do I. Are you so very different with your earrings or your college degrees? When midnight comes, who is it that owns the stars? The wind that blows equally on all of us, and all men and the waves belong to the man who will sail out into them. I know I lack humor, but I also know what I lack. The shape of my face in the mirror is my own face. I know what's what at closing time. Show me the exit sign, I'll be on my way. Show me a good time, and it's go, cat, go, because time is bodies in motion. And I'm a patient man, and I am a man of action. Throw me like a brick over a garden wall. I will lie there among the daisies for 100 years, 100 years if necessary. 100 years, but I will find my mate. I wrote this Maxine Storm maybe 2 weeks ago in New York City. Northeastern. First started to come in, it was like it was hanging up there at the tops of the buildings. You?
Yes. Well, yeah.
The Chrysler Building is who went to New York, I don't know, but I love New York. I'll always love New York. I'll always love it, especially Art Deco, which I take personal. For example, the Bronxdale swimming pool, where the entire neighborhood used to swim. It's all doctor's offices now, but back in the day, it was 1,000,000 lanes wide. It was 1,000,000 lanes wide. Warm as Miami Beach, Easter pink, and when the swim instructor turned her back, a girl named Ruthie kissed me so hard I got a nosebleed. It was 1956, whereas this is 2018, a cold day in January, snow falling for 2 hours, and I saw the Manhattan skyline on the news this morning, how pretty it looks when there's snow in the air above New York City, snow ghosts, 70 stories high, where it's all for show, like the Chrysler Building on Lexington Avenue, which is Art Deco. Children, I read it'll be 88 years old this May 2018. World's tallest building for 11 months. And it took 141 million pounds of sand, silt, soil, and stone to find rock bottom for the foundation. My own uncle helped build that hole. They dug 69 feet down. This year, I'll be 69. And okay, Art Deco's dead. Dead as a Sherman tank crossing the Rhine, and I haven't been to Midtown since 2014, eating oysters like with Ruthie, and a lot of the Jews and Italians have moved out of the East Bronx. They're gone, but not us. And the infinite lights of New York City shine for us all on Bronxville Avenue and Morris Park and Neal and the Chrysler Building. The Chrysler Building in snow, tall on Lexington Avenue, sheathed in Krupp's best German stainless steel. My grandfather, maybe some of your grandparents. Bones in the coffin. Life was good. It was finally good. There was God in the popcorn, there was poems in the coffee pot, there was sandlots, there was Cracker Jacks and pickle jars and pitchers of beer, there was tenements and bosses and Coney Island holidays, and the immigrants came. The immigrants came in their immigrant pants and their immigrant dresses, and they built New York out of glass and steel in their own immigrant image. Olive oil, eggplant, prayer shawl, candelabra, chicken fat, wine, and they kept on coming with their accents and their operatics and their strange music halls and their unusual melodramas and their stubborn political sciences. Eastern Europeans, Southern Europeans, Polish, Russians, Czechs, Italians, Jews, Greeks, and they kept their big traps shut when they were forced to. But they stuck to their guns, and they took the dirty jobs in the dirty factories, and the lights went out on Saturday night at 10:15, and bedposts shook, and radiators rattled like an elevated railway, and late-night jazz and the stubborn lights of New York City glittering like a knife thrust deep into the heart of heaven. And the immigrants of New York City wrestled with each other in the dead of night for love, for loss, for consolation, for unreasonable, unstoppable, unnatural hope.
Yeah.
Riding with Boom Boom. It's a true story. Sometimes you get these things, it's just like a news clipping this big in the newspaper. It wasn't on a bigger story. Riding with Boom Boom. There's a guy named Boom Boom. He's a news guy. It's got a year and a half ago. Facts are simple. They speak for themselves, but facts don't always tell the whole story. Facts don't always tell the whole story. He was a bluesman. He played the blues. Boom Boom. He was 60 years old. He lived alone in a split-level shack in Kings Park, Long Island, New York, with a ramp in the front on account of his bad back, and a maple tree in the yard, which his kids used to swing on when they were little because, well, before they moved away. And he liked his chopper, and he liked his Jack Daniels, and he liked his bass guitar. He liked his kids and his friends and a woman or two, and he liked putting on his riding gear and going out into the Long Island Expressway night to ride, baby, ride. The cops say they didn't target Boom Boom. The cops say they didn't track Boom Boom down. The cops say they were just protecting the public when they came to his house and hauled him in. They said somebody phoned and told him that Boom Boom was behaving irrationally. Irrational to be the person you don't want you to be. Irrational to refuse to swallow a 9-5. Irrational to find a leather belt when they strap you down and the psych doctors come around to pick you apart. Irrational to cut loose and to escape, to be passionate, to ride out free when the blues and the booze and the passing lane just are not enough. And you've got to get away from the pain of living in a crazy, messed up, rational world. Facts are simple, they speak for themselves. Facts are never enough. They just do their job, like cops do their job, like doctors do their job, like liquor does its job, or motorcycles, or the blues that do their job. Boom Boom was 60 years old. He played the guitar, the bass guitar. Everybody said it. He was tons of fun on the stage. But sometimes the bass guitar is not enough to make the blues go away. It took him in. It was a struggle, so they say. He hit his head on something, so they say. what he hit his head on, the cops aren't saying, or how a 60-year-old man with a bad back like that can even put up that kind of a fight against a bunch of cops. His name was Boris Larry. It's a simple name. It speaks for itself. Names are just facts. What they do is their job. Names aren't enough to cure what ails you in a messed up, rational world. Well, that's why his friends called him Boom Boom. That's how he really was. That's how he rode. Last week, that's a year ago now, last year, the cops said somebody named Lawrence Ports died. It was in the paper. Hey, Boom Boom. Boom Boom ain't dead. Cops cannot kill Boom Boom. All over America tonight, this Saturday night, all over the world, men will be riding motorcycles, women will be getting tattoos, kids will be drinking Jack Daniels, and bluesmen will be playing the blues. And I do not know where you'll be later tonight, but I know what I'll be doing tonight. I will be riding with Boom Boom, getting irrational. Off-road four-wheel, busted up collarbone, low bar, missing a. She loved to do buggy. She loved to ride. She loved to be outside, to spit, ride, hop like a toad, burn like a barge, like Novocaine. She spit in the bushes. She spit on a mountaintop, on the prairie, on the bayou, in the mouth hole of the universal universe. She loved Shenandoah, Mississippi, Oklahoma, Tuscaloosa. She loved Hot Wheel, all-weather, suit-terrain, Space Jam blues. Top-down, hood up, piston-busted boom in the blue sky, a rack and pinion, tie-tack, shoe-shine, shotgun, home on a range. No, not the kind that you cook on. And oh, she loved her own thick hair. Like nobody's business. She combed it back. She let it go wild. She tossed it back like a steel drum band, like a backdoor Catholic prophylactic Mormon figure-8 pagan, little Miss America, crazy, drunk, spying on her own sweet self. Oh no, Miss 4th of July, drunk by the campfire girl, the embers cannot go out on you. No, not on you. Not the lights on Broadway, not the pool hall lights, not the jailhouse lights, not the junkyard lights, not the headlights and the supermarket lights are all night long in the supermarket parking lot. No, her mulish temper. And oh, her talking back. And oh, her rocked up men with metallic skin. Skinny men, fat men, muscle-headed men, gold bar men. Nobody could stop her. No grease gun Jake, no feed bag Joe, no coke dust, dipstick, tin shield, sawdust sheriff, and here's what's important. She loved herself. She loved herself, her body, her muscle, her calves, her skin, her ankle, thigh, hip, high heel, boots. She shuddered and waved like the prairie grass that she secretly wanted to be. She loved to be outside herself. She loved and she loved and she needed to be loved, and she shoved it around and she shook it out. She got lost, got rediscovered, wasted, and found, ripped open, given away, put up on a pedestal, took her a ride out, stolen in the night, and she yanked it all out. She yanked it all out, every ounce of it. The flesh, the earth, the river, the rain, the red rock forest smoke. She plummeted out like an eagle. She grew like silver corn. She spooned up asphalt and plowed it back under it, tucked it away, and bombed unfairly, unwisely, arrogant. It's normal, faulty, human too, and acted foolish when she wanted to, wise when you didn't expect it. Off-road, four-wheel, busted out, collarbone, roll bar, Miss America tossed her helmet 50 feet in the air. Caught her right in, just like this. A big Yahoo pup fly six-pack, beanbag woman, headphones blaring, dung busting, shit crazy, heading up to anywhere, doomed as a devil dog. Little Miss America Paradise leaped out of the darkness and into the sun. So I used to go to Oklahoma. I used to go to DFW in October. This poem is a DFW. A right square in the middle of it. 2:45, Terminal D, Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, McDonald's. I got a half an hour to kill. Half an hour to kill. My plane's taking off for Oklahoma City. Half an hour to kill. I should be thinking about this thing I've been doing in Oklahoma. Instead, sat myself down right square in the middle of things, and I'm thinking about a kid in a t-shirt who is whopping space rats on a video machine in a terminal with his dad, who's wearing a pink Ralph Lauren golf shirt and smiling with his perfect blonde hair and his perfect teeth. And well, the boy looks just like the dad, and the dad looks just like the boy. And just now, the boy has whopped himself a space rat. Yeehaw! Shouts the boy. Yeehaw! He's walked the space rat. That boy must have learned how to shout yeehaw like that from his dad. I press my New York lips. Shake my New York mouth. Yeehaw, yeehaw, just to come out right. That's the video game. It's only a matter of seconds, really, before he's shouting, yeehaw, yeehaw! He has walked himself a space rat. Well, there are airports in every city in America. There are McDonald's in every town. Sure as shooting. There's only one place in this world where a boy and a man can yell, yeehaw, like that. And here I've gone and sat myself down right square in the middle. Yeehaw!
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. I'll end with this. Thank you for finishing. Yes. Really, you were lovely, Wendy. You were lovely. There you go. Really, thank you both. It's red-hatted my son real quick as well. What I mean to say this, I wrote this in California. The road was straighter than this one. I was driving not reasonably fast. It was a 57 Chrysler. A 57 Chrysler Imperial. You remember that? Chrysler Imperial, big fins. Right? Cherry red, was souped up, electric windows, electric top, chrome grill, those big damn fins. But it had no brakes. It had no brakes. You had to scuffle your feet outside. Rocks flying everywhere. You had a pair of shoes, but just to stop it. Anyhow, I couldn't afford tires as my situation was would be dire about 6 years. But being that it was, of course, it got around the corner. They steal something secondhand. But at the time, being that it was, I was with this redhead of my son acquaintance, low position in town. She with a well-oiled boyfriend, and me with plenty of time on my hands. But no, he was not in tow on that particular morning. In fact, she'd been sitting in a booth at the diner a very long time by the appearance of things. A very long time. There was coffee cups and ashtrays full of nervous cigarettes. She was putting hairpins into and out of her hair. Well, I struck up a conversation. Got to be this, got to be that. Everything was going along pretty damn fine. But when I looked outside, as sure as we're sitting here today, it had stopped raining. Morning was nearly over. The cat was out of the bag. So zippity-doo, we was off. Traveling 10 times faster than what's legal. 10 times faster than what's legal. 35. That's 35 minutes. So it was, yeah, man, I mean, not outside of that road, outside of Fort Collins. I prefer this way station to say. It was one of them back east. Headed for her hometown in Kansas. She was a school teacher, of good repute, not 55 years, but you might say not a cock-hardy stain. The breeze was everything. Eastern Colorado was a sight to see. She was smart with that orange sky. She gave me the prettiest smile just then. The prettiest smile just then. Boy, you could just feel it. That car wanted to fly, and we rolled down the windows and beat to the beat on the dash. Oh my, she said. Oh my. My right toenail, she said, oh my, I do believe it has just had an emotion.
Everyone, that was George Wallace. Woo! So we have a little wine left. Please, there's books to buy. I think the poets will sign at this table here. Just mingle, talk to the poets. I'm sure they'd love to talk to you. You buy everything at the cash register. And Gemini Ink is just thrilled to have so many people hanging out, listening to poetry on a Saturday night. How cool is that?